means what I'd like for you to do is I'd like for you to take a piece of paper and kind of fold it in half. And on one half, what you want to do is say gram-negative bacillus, because you know it's a gram-negative bacillus, and your other one is going to be a gram-positive something, but you don't know what yet. Okay? So when you work these things up, I pick, these are not going to make any sense, because I just picked two different, this is K stuff right here. And that's tram stuff. So I picked two T's, but not the same one. All right. So it's not gonna make any sense, but it's gonna allow us to talk about results. Okay. So if I'm gonna work these up, I've got gram-neg, I've got my gram-pos, and I've got my mixture. Right. So I'm gonna go ahead and take notes on here. For my gram-negative bacillus, I know it's a lactose fermenter. I'm gonna go ahead and put that on there. I also know that it has bioprecipitate. So those are my two observations from Just a McConkey. Okay, I'm gonna look back here.
Give me my answers.
No, I'm not. Here, I'm gonna say that the colony is umbonate.
That's the nipple in the middle, right?
Correct in the middle. So that's what I can get from the plates, right? So now I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna look at IMVIC. So I'm gonna go ahead and put IMVIC. Yes,
What
ma'am?
media were you looking at when you saw that it was underneath?
Oh, the TSA. So now I'm going to look at these, and what I can tell here is that my SIM, I have positive hydrogen sulfide, but I don't know whether it's indole positive, and I don't know if it's modal. Now remember, for the practical, we said if it's H2S positive, we're just going to call it modal, so we didn't have to argue whether it was modal or non-modal. Now you have to figure out if it's modal or non-modal. So you have to do a regular motility test that doesn't have the H2S in it. Okay? And there's only one down there right now, so Myra's making some more, but it may not be done by the time you need it. So you might have to do this next week. Okay? If you have H2S positive. If you don't have H2S positive, you're going to figure it out really quickly. Okay? I don't know my MRVP, but we're going to add the reagents there, right? And creatine is over there. And then my citrate is negative, right? So citrate's negative. So that's all the information that I have right now. I would have to do the rest of the test, add the reagents to figure out what those other are, okay? So once you figure that out, then you could start to really kind of differentiate what's on that particular handout, right? So you'll look at lactose fermenters, and then from there, I have an H2S positive. I'm going to look for the one that's H2S positive. If I find one that's H2S positive, that's the one I'm going to target. That's the one I'm going to look at. Now remember, these two things don't make sense because they're two different groups. I'm just using these as an example. Okay? So you can't go, oh my God, he's got a lactose fermenter that's H2S positive. It's Citrobacter. That would be the answer. But these are not the same. Are you with me? These are two different setups. I'm just trying to get you to understand how to get this done. Okay. Now, that's what I have for my gram-neg. For my gram-pos, all I know what is that it is a small colony. And the color is, say white? I'd say white. But I don't know anything else. So I need to do, what do I need to do next? Gram stain. So I need to do a gram stain. I'm going to figure something out. And then based on that, I will then say, I'm just going to say that my gram stain, I'm just making this up, my gram stain came out to be a gram-positive coccus. What's the next thing I need to do? JP?
What? Sugar?
Gram-positive coccus. What's the next thing you do?
Oh, catalase.
Catalase.
Oh, always catalase.
So if it's a gram-positive coccus, it's catalase. Now, I'm just going to say my catalase was negative. And I'm just making this up, right? I don't know that this is correct. I'm just making this up. If it's catalase negative, it's a strep or an enterococcus. So now I'm going to go to that one sheet that says streptococci, and that's what I'm going to use to work up from then on. So then I would make decisions based on what I see, what I would do next. So therefore, I'm thinking, well, I'm going to go ahead and do blood agar. I'm going to put an A and a P disc on that, right? And while I'm there, I might as well go ahead and do bile esculin and 6.5 salt tolerance. I'm done. All I got to do is collect answers.
What
This is
about
how easy
rods?
this is, huh?
What about gram-positive rods?
A whole different ball game there, Tram. So you have to look at the one that says gram-positive rod. I'm not going to do it for everything. This is
So,
just an example.
What were the other tests that you said?
What?
I can't.
I don't want you to see this because I want you to use your own mind.
Okay.
I knew somebody was going to do that. Eric,
Talk.
do I want you to struggle?
Yes.
Why?
You love it.
Because why?
Because there's joy.
Because you'll learn more if you struggle than if I just give you the answer. Remember, I am a consultant. I have set you up for success. You should be able to do all of this by yourselves now. You are no longer novices.
Full heat.
I am still very much a novice. I don't know who told you.
Have fun. It's like you're Quincy.